Welcome back. In this video, I'm taking one cedar fence picket and turning it into a Mother's Day gift that you can gift to someone or that can sell very quickly. Let's go. This fence picket is 5¼ inches wide. It's about 8 feet long. This one's actually a little bit shorter because it's scrap, which is great because you can use scrap wood for this project. First thing I'm going to do is start at the miter saw, cut one piece to 16 inches, cut 3 pieces to 4 inches. Stop block gets moved to 24 inches, and then I use a 20-inch spacer. Watch your dang fingers. Now we'll reset the stop block one more time and cut one piece that's 3 7/8. Now we need to set our miter saw to 45 degrees. Now we're going to locate the center of our board, which should be 2 5/8. And we're just locating the center of the 16-inch long board. Now we're going to cut a 45-degree bevel on this side as well as on this side to bring this end of the board to a point. Line our blade up with our mark, make sure our miter saw is set at 45 degrees, and make the cut. With a piece of the remaining fence picket, I cut one to 5 1/4. So this is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 square. I'm going to cut this down into 1 1/4 strips. I just need 2 of them. And by the way, I get a lot of comments on my videos about how people think I'm unsafe at the table saw because my fingers are too close to the blade. And some people would argue that this piece should not be cut on a table saw because it's too short. If you're not comfortable doing it, then don't do it. Use a longer piece. I know my tools. I understand there's inherent risk with woodworking, but I'll do everything I can to make sure that I am safe. For me, 1 1/4 inches between the fence and the blade is plenty enough room to be comfortable making this because my fingers are not 1 1/4 inches wide. So I make sure they stay up against the fence and I consider it safe. But if you don't, then find an alternate method. Now one more time back at the miter saw, we're going to put it back to 45 degrees and we're just going to nip the ends off so that each one of these pieces has a miter cut on each end. Now we're going to locate the center again at 2 5/8, and then we're going to measure up from the bottom on the center line to 12 inches. So this is going to be our center point right here, and I'm going to drill a 1-inch hole. The size of the hole really isn't that important. Again, I'm going to do 1 inch, and I have a drill press, so I'm going to use that. But if you have a smaller bit, just use that. You don't have to do the hole, and if you don't have a drill press, that's fine. You can just chuck your bit up into a drill and do it that way. So the reason I flipped it at the last minute is so I didn't blow out this backside. You see how there's a crisp, clean edge here, as well as on this side. If you drill all the way through, sometimes these Forstner's bit can blow out the wood chips on the backside. Assembly is quite easy, and we're ready for assembly now. We have our 2 short pieces, our 4 shorter pieces, and then our long 16-inch piece here. The assembly tools required are wood glue and a brad nailer if you have it. If you don't have a nailer, you can use tack nails, or you can just use glue with some extra clamps. Since I have a brad nailer, I'm going to be using the 18 gauge brad nailer here. So the way this is going to work is we're going to get all of our pieces in order. Again, we should have 3 pieces that are 4 inches and then 1 piece that's a little bit shorter. So, and with the cedar fence picket, yours may be different, but my side has a rough side, or my picket has a rough side and a smooth side. I'm going to have the rough side facing where you can see it. And then we'll get these parts ready to go here. So these will go like this, and it's going to be hard to hold with one hand, but then the other piece will go down like this. And then of course this piece will go on the cap here. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue and get started with the assembly. Now we've assembled kind of our little box here, and this essentially just slides over the top. So we'll put a little bit of glue on the appropriate areas, and we will do our final assembly. The last thing is to add these two little pieces on top like this, just for a decorative accent. And I will make these flush to the back so that there's an overhang on the front. And there you have it. This is designed to be a planter, maybe a little succulent in here. If you have something decorative else you could put in there, you could put a candle in there, but this is designed to be a planter. You can hang this up by using this hole, or you could mount something on the back, or you could just screw directly through the wood to wherever you're mounting it to. So there it is. You see it took about 20 minutes maybe, and it can be used with very small amounts of wood. And this is something that you could batch out and sell in bulk. You could sell them, you could get a ton ready and take it to a craft show, and they'll probably sell very quickly if you price them correctly. So let's talk about the pricing. I would recommend maybe between $15 and $20. If that's a little high, you could probably bump it down to 10 or 12. But even at 10 or $12, if you could batch out 5 of these in an hour, and it's cost, you know, with one fence picket, you could probably get 2. A fence picket's less than $10 in my area, and you're still gonna make a profit even at that price point. If you'd rather have step-by-step plans, I will make them available. I'll put a link down in the description. They're available on my website at RockyRiverWoodworks.com. If you have questions about this or want to see some other projects like this, leave a comment down below. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. I am trying to grow this channel. Thanks for watching. Take care.